Yeah. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know this, check it out. First letter of each of our stats here, or abilities, spells savage. They used to be savages, but they consolidated one of the abilities, so that's something. Anyway, so yeah, I popped my bracelet and spawned myself in the desert. I do this during raid window, mostly because I don't want to breach my base and leave a gap for someone to break in really easily during this time of the evening. But really, I do it just because it's like, when you get to a certain level in the game, when you've learned enough recipes and stuff like that, you can, for the most part, get back on your feet pretty damn quickly, even after a full wipe. I'm also trying to teach myself to play without the HUD dot. I don't know why. I just figured it might kind of be fun. Eventually, I'm going to go ahead and just clear out the little overhead stat bars there too, and then this contextual gaming thingy down here at the bottom left. Just play open frame, kind of cool that way. Bet you can't farm these guys. Anyway, so yeah, just playing on the server that I got forced to play on. Well, I can play anywhere I want, but until server transfers become a thing again, this character is stuck here on this particular server. Which, I mean, when I first got here, it was pretty dead. There was like 2 or 3 other groups that weren't part of the server I came from, and it was okay. I mean, they weren't like hostile or something like that, but they were doing the usual grief and noobs, breaking into T1 shacks, popping wheels, stealing from everybody, that kind of stuff. And that wasn't bad. I mean, we got into a couple of us got into some scuffles with an incumbent player that lasted for about a month or so, and then they got the guy that was running heat. He finally got like okay, we're done here, and then the dude who had caused the heat, he fucked off and body vaulted, I guess. But recently has resurfaced. So that's just the pattern, the style of play that that is the kind of server that this is. You get servers like 3600, which is like a nonstop fucking street brawl. Seriously, you want to fucking test yourself against some serious avatar slinging murder maniacs? That's the server for you. But I find that most of the PvP servers, people are choosing PvP because the lag is not as bad as it is on the PvE servers. When you get on the PvE servers, there's just okay. There we go. There's a little bit of glitchiness. Population. But yeah, what I've been seeing come onto the server recently is okay. That was weird. I've seen a lot of players coming onto the server, and creating these weird clan names and stuff like that, and then they level up. They get to about 30 or 40. Sometimes they get to about 50. And then they fuck off and just disappear. And I'm thinking that these are alternate accounts that people are bringing on and stashing shit into their tunes to basically body vault. So a lot of that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is I'm checking some of the old body vault haunts. Farting around, basically, is what I call it, as I titled it. So, yeah, there's a bunch of little spots here and there where people can stash a tune, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find some loot. But yeah, it's something that most players don't really do. There's very few. I noticed this with the groups that are coming onto this server. There's very few of them that actually take the time to scout and actually reconnoiter and learn where their prospective opponents are. It's kind of surprising, really, because it's like every server I've ever played on. Because I mean, even though I had my main server, which was 3822, even though I had my main server there, it was like I did bounce around a lot. I was always trying to find that one server that had more of a Burning Man kind of feel to PvP than the juiced up Red Bull, narcissistic 12-year-old Fortnite type shit. I just don't get into that. It's not my idea of. I mean, if I wanted a battle royale, I'd go play Fortnite. But I don't want a battle royale. I wanted to play Conan. I wanted to play in the age of Conan. I wanted to play the Hyborian Age kind of shit, which really wasn't even the Hyborian Age. The Hyborian Age came before the Age of Conan. But in any case, prattling, filling up the space as I look around for shit. Oh, where am I? I'm here. Um, this is a nice little group of rocks that people. I've actually found some bases up here sometimes. Okay, nothing really there. And let's see. Typically, by this point, I have made myself a repair hammer and or a craft construction hammer, and I'm running around with a foundation on me, which I think I'll probably do once I climb down. But you'd be surprised what you find with just a repair hammer. Especially, and then it's also a good way to catch people who are undermeshing because apparently you can still do that, which is ridiculous. I mean, damn. How insecure in your ability to play are you that you have to hide like that? Okay, well, this would be a nice little spot for someone to just kind of like sleep away. And this is what they would do. This is like you go relaxed, you learn to sleep on the side mode. Yeah, you just tuck yourself into the mesh just like that. You can't really do anything about this. There's no ways to break the mesh this way. But, I could be up here for weeks probably and nobody would even notice me. Um, it's just the way it is sometimes. Okay, and we got resources right here. I mean, really, all you need is the wood, that little bit of stone, make yourself a campfire. You can live off of gruel. Not kidding, man. It's that easy. I'll show you in a second. Quick note, also, if you're ever up in the frozen north and you're getting dehydrated, you notice how you like drink water and it's like immediately it's a death sentence. Just have some gruel. Seriously, start the fire there. Da-da-da. And we don't need this, we don't need this, don't need this. Let's make some fucking aloe potions. I don't know if they've done anything to nerf the healing rates or anything like that, but anyway. So, this, okay, so there we go. So you see my thirst meter is at 50%. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12. There you go. You get your food and you get your hydration. It does take a lot, but gruel is super fucking easy to make. Just gotta be near some plants and some trees and have some stone on hand. That's all you gotta do. It's super fucking funny. But yeah, kind of got disappointed when they nerfed the healing aspects of the Mitra soup. That's okay, because now you can just handcraft aloe potions. It used to be that you can only craft them on an alchemist bench, which was nutty. But it was a thing, so yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and come over this way. Let's make ourselves a repair hammer. And let's make ourselves a crafting hammer. Construction hammer. Yeah. Oh, you could also do it with a bedroll, believe it or not. Oh, look at this. I forgot I earned that. I did a special thing. There we go. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so gamer buddy of mine popping off on a little note for me. Okay, we got our stiffs. So yeah, you can use a bedroll, believe it or not, if you don't have the materials to, or you don't want to waste the time. Because a bedroll will actually do all kinds of fun stuff. First of all, if you're going to body vault, my recommendation is to not body vault on a place that can't be built, um, because yeah, you don't want to wake up a couple of weeks later and then find out that somebody has built on top of your character and you're suffocating in a foundation. This was a little niche that I used to build in, and then I would what I would do is I would build an actual like, here we go. I would build into this part right here, and then over here, and then I would build a false vault, right? Not like a vault, but like a little niche with some floors and stuff to make it kind of look like this is where I was. But I would build up all this in foundations, and then I would have a spot way back up in here where I would then go ahead and actually stash my character. And then I'd log on, every few days or so just to refresh the timers. If anybody was watching the spot, they would see that the timers were being refreshed. And then I would just, if I saw somebody was actually on the game, on the server, because you can see what the population of the server is before you load in. If I saw more than 2 people on, and especially if the entire server was hostile, in other words, everybody was a target, it was free for all, which is 3,600, then I would be like, no, I'm not going to bother fucking logging in. And then I would find out, one during the time, my local time, the server was its quietest. You want to pick a time that is not during raid window, but at the same time that is, decent enough for you to be able to get up and see. I'm one of those kinds of people that, regardless of what time I go to bed, I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and I have nothing else to do. It's not like in the olden days where I would go into. Well, I probably could. I could get up and prep a some bread for baking in the morning or something like that. But anyway, so I get up a lot of times at 3 o'clock, and I'd read a book or look at some YouTubes or whatever like that. But since I started playing Conan Exiles, I was like, oh, fucking hey, who was on at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, everybody on the East Coast before they go to work for the most part. But yeah, honestly, unless you've got somebody who's got a wacky schedule like myself, you're not going to find many people on that early in the morning. So if you can manage it, that's a great time to get up, farm for things like named thralls that normally are hard to get, go scout out some star metal, maybe hit the Shattered Springs for your weekly dose of brimstone. It's a nice little spot to hide into. That's whoa, shit! Let's get the fuck out of this. Whew. Get in there, but you can't get out. Like I said, with the repair hammer, what will happen is that anything that's damaged will show up in the vicinity, regardless if it doesn't have to be your stuff. It could be other people's stuff too. That was almost bad. My character has shot his pants right there. So yeah, you can run around with a repair hammer. It's just you have to be about roughly, say if that's the rock right there, that's our target. You got to be about right here though for that. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and pop out a foundation. It'll say land claim. And just run with a foundation right in front of you. I've actually found on this server, just drop right there where they. When you're out on the river like that, you're vulnerable, and so either they don't give fucks if they get killed, or B, they do it on purpose because they're waiting for someone to attack them. That way they can feel justified by going full hog with their group. Yeah, that was a thing back around 2020, I think it was. There were Discord groups of players, or Facebook groups of players, basically a social media group of players, and they would instigate people to fight them. And they would come in with all these horrible player names, really offensive clan names, and just trying to push as many buttons as possible. And the people that I was playing with, on a few other servers. They were like, yeah, I'm going to go get them because I hate their fucking name, blah, blah, blah. I said, don't you realize they're doing that on purpose? They want you to attack first. They want you to throw the first punch so they can come back with self-defense if it ever goes to the levels, if it ever goes as far as, it goes. Not to mention they can legitimately tell other players that are coming on, come join our clan. These guys are griefers. They attacked us out in the open where we weren't even building a base. We were just sleeping on the river. But you got to understand, it's PvP. I mean, right now, if I got jumped and they beat me up and took my loot, I'd be like, oh, fuck, that's kind of dick. But it's, I'm running around during the raid window, which a lot of people are actually also pretty confused about. Raid window is 6 to 11 local time. It does not necessarily mean that's the only time that you can attack people. You can attack people pretty much any time on a player versus player server. That is it, man. That's what's going to happen. So yeah, but it seems like the aggression is highest between the raid windows hours. Okay, let's probably want some more of this cheap ass shit. Hello, let's do that. I want to get. I want to grab a beast because we're going to see if we can go. There's some NPCs. Oh, that's a taskmaster. I am looking for a tier 3 or higher. Get your asses to the dregs, and seriously, dudes, learn the Defari hatchet because it is a fucking monster at this level. It's super easy to make. Oh yeah, I know, right? Tragedy. Yeah, I could use it for now. The cool thing about doing what I'm doing right now is that at the end of the run, when I finally get to a point where I'm satisfied with my scouting, I can just pop my bracelet and respawn back in my base and be done for the night. It's kind of fun to play at this level, honestly. It really is. It's like, it's a challenge to do this, especially when you're already, near maximum. Ooh, there's a base. I haven't seen that one. I wonder how new they are. I wonder if they knew they're new. Yeah, like I said, seeing a lot of names come on, they level up shortly, they make some weird name clan, and then they disappear. I'm pretty sure this whole map is just covered with body vaults, and, eventually, we'll probably start finding it. Oh, these guys got blown into. Now I feel bad. Or did they just build all goofy? Looks like they built goofy. How old is this? 150? There's no owner here. So this is either a solo. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's decayed. Well, this is interesting. Shall we pay a visit? Why not? Let's see what we got here. No. Nothing there. Okay. Petty. Oh. The hell? That's bizarre. That's not an external door. Is there 2 different timers on this? There are 2 different timers on this. This here is decayed because it's detached from the rest of the main base. Oh, he's not aware of that. What do we got on the character? Oops. I play so many fucking games. Let's do this. Okay, so it's basically just a lot of petty loot. It used to tell you who the player was. That's not bound. Well, they're going to be in for a surprise. I would have really done something different with this. This must have been like a... I don't remember. I don't even know. I mean, they got steel. So either they looted this or they're crafting it. hatchet, and a short sword, going two-hander. Gotta be careful when you play two-hander, though. Alright, well, that's alright. That's all what it is. Wow. Huh. That's a bit of a sprawl for the claim. Oopsie. Would I have looted them if they had better quality gear? No. Still wouldn't have done it. That's just not my style. If I know there's single player randos running around griefing and shit like that, then yeah. Who's playing a solo who has their, who has their profile open to receiving DMs, direct messaging, excuse me, or messaging. And he descended from heaven to become my bed. Got to have to bleed on it. I gotta make a skinning knife. So yeah, if the state of the server was such that single players are running around doing the griefing, then definitely I would have been very keen on making sure that he would have been removed from the map. Let's see what this looks like. Building not allowed here. Of course it isn't. Building not allowed here. It's so weird. What some of the spots they have that you can't build on, and other spots it's like you wouldn't think that you could, but you can. No, why I could build here? Oh, because this is a rock no spawn. See, look at it. I could build here. Nope, invalid building placement. Where's the rocky? There it is. I really need to put my bedroll down. Well, that's nice. That's a nice sleeping bag. Must have a higher quality weapon to do this kind of damage. Well, we're not getting very far with that, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's not the mission anyway. But yeah, just to also note, if I get a PM, a message, yo dude, why'd you break my door down? I says it was decayed. Thought the place was abandoned. I didn't realize that, you just built it poorly. I did have a base one time, and we went out of town, and I thought I had logged in to reset the timers, and when I got back, I woke up in the desert. When I looked at my logs, it said that my base had decayed, and then that some player had found my sleeper and killed me and took what I had on me, which was much. I mean, literally, it was this kind of shit. But so I got all kind of concerned. So I reached out to the dude and couldn't get a message to them because they had their profile locked. But I was able to find some allies of theirs who were on their friends list, and through them, I asked him and says, "Hey man, why'd you kill me while I was out there sleeping?" And he goes, "Well, your base despawned all around you when I approached, and I thought you were just taking up server space, so I removed your tune." I was like, "Yeah, but you also stole my stuff before you killed me." And that time you can do that. And I was really confused because I don't understand why my base despawned. And come to find out, I had not built it big enough. I had literally just built a tiny-ass little fucking shack that was basically about, like, I think it was a 2x3 shack with walls and a ceiling, but nothing else in it. It was just some place for me to stash my character and sleep in. This was long before you could break stuff down and get the materials back. And you broke stuff down, you got only a portion of the materials back. And you definitely couldn't move your crafting stations or anything. Plus, there was a lot of people who had found ways to crack the admin panel, and so they were fucking with despawn timers and stuff like that. It was chaos. The early game was pure chaos, but still kind of fun. There were lots of moments where I was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to play anymore." But then I kept playing anyway because I like this. I like the environment of Conan. Of Conan, you know, the Hyborian Age, the whole Robert E. Howard swords and sandal kind of style of play. It's just kind of fun. We're checking another little body vault spot. It's amazing. I'm surprised people aren't fucking using these places, but maybe it's because they're probably older players like myself who know about these places. You know, you can just literally just put it right down there. Oh, not enough spawn points. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's not claimed, and I'm not colliding with anybody. And this, I think this was a spot where people were able to break the mesh and get under the map using the drawbridge glitch. Drawbridge glitch. Can't say that one fucking 5 times fast. You'll weird out. But yeah, all of these little crags and shit, you know, you gotta be kind of observant. You never know what you're gonna find. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of players just building right out in the open. And again, like I said, I think they're really just kind of baiting people along, trying to see if they can get someone to aggro on them. Not too much going on. This is another good little spot because you got the natural cover of the shrubs. From a distance, or just running through, you're not going to see it. What you're looking for is a foot hanging out from the rock, basically. Also, know this. If something's growing on it, you can stand on it. Let's see. Okay. Nothing here. Let's check it for hidden tunnels, secret tunnels. Nothing down there. Okay, that's cool. It's not too. I've actually seen some bases built in this. Oh, this is where we are, by the way. We're right down in here, off of 4G. These are some spots that I've already investigated, but I'm watching them because I got some weird reactions when I was climbing around. That's another way you can find out if someone's undermeshing or body vaulting in an area, is because your character will have a problem trying to climb. He'll because he's colliding with a model that's not really there. Or he's colliding with a model that is there. As far as I know, it takes about 7 days before your model's taken off the map, but your character still registers as being there. So this is another little spot that's nice. This right here, this right here, right down in here. Well, anywhere you're not shimmying all over the place. And so then what you do is you just go like this, do this, put your character to sleep. There you go. I mean, it's pretty exposed, but you'd be surprised. Not many people are, you won't get any overhead spottage because of that overhang. It's pretty well secured from the sandstorms. So even if, you use it as a temporary. Whoa. Excuse me. So, when you're doing this, you don't want to do that. It's creepy. There you go. It takes some time. But you got to be pushing forward on the left stick, and then you're just like this. That's a good way to fuck your game up, I think. Don't really want to mess with that. Anyway, so where are we at? We're right there, okay. Oh, I think this is the Cinder's Refuge? Yeah. So there's a lot on this map I have not explored. Mainly because this character is actually a re-roll of an original. Which happened because we were at a war. We were at war on this server, obviously. And I went to Body Vault. I meant not to Body Vault. I went to Bracelet back into my base. And ended up hitting the recreate my character button. Which, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I think subconsciously I kind of wanted to do that. I don't believe in random mistakes. I believe that mistakes, that what you call a mistake is something you instantly regret the moment you choose to do it. That's what I think a mistake really is. It's an instant regret of a choice you made that you made in the heat of a moment, or because of laziness, or because of fear, or because of well, I guess fear is anger, laziness is impatience. So, always give yourself the time, give yourself a few moments to think about it before you do it, because recreating your character in this game is a permanent decision to a temporary problem. Alright, well, just kind of hoping to see something up here that might be worth noting. I'm also partly scouting for some groups on this server too. Some people have made it known to me that there are some groups that they're interested in finding. Yeah, that spot I found on the river is obviously a solo player. Ooh, those are pretty. So, not particularly interested in them, unless, of course, they're a proxy for somebody else. Which means that they're an alternate account that someone's using to body vault stuff, but obviously they weren't body vaulting because I didn't see anything in their main inventory. Although I think, under the current system, you can't see, just like you can't see what a player's name is when they're sleeping, you can't see what's in their main inventory, only what's on their active bar, which would be that, this part right here, and their armor, of course. This is looking good. So, no claims up here. Not allowed to build here. It's because we are near the summoning place on the back side of it right now. Again, this would be a great place for a person to body vault because you're not allowed to build here, so there's no risk of anybody building on top of you. Unfortunately, there's no way for you to secure yourself outside of just taking the chance that, there wouldn't be a player like me on your server actively hunting for, randos. So why am I streaming this? You're probably asking yourself. Well, that's because I'm going to point the groups that I'm helping out to this stream. Look at this. Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, I could literally just sit here. Yep, that's it. Sign out. Let's see if I go sleep on my side. The other thing to think about is camouflage. At a distance, that's pretty hard to spot. I mean, you can see some details all the way out there. but you wouldn't see my legs until you got close enough. So it's like a lot of times, if I know I'm vaulting or sleeping in the wild, if I don't have, I'll make a set of clothes. Fiber wraps are not effective. You need something that's going to cover your full leg and your feet, and just dye them to a normal neutral color relative to the area that I'm, camping in. The other reason why I also choose to make my characters exceptionally small framed, because it makes it easier to get yourself into these niches. Look at this place. Oh, you can have them. There you go. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Da-da-da. Ooh. One time I was up here and I was over encumbered, and I thought, wouldn't it be kind of funny if you could land on an NPC down there and kill them? But no, I was like, not gonna bother with that. It's just ridiculous. I had nothing but a bunch of rock and branches and wood on me. Just kind of stone surfing down. Right here's a good spot. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I keep saying that, so maybe you're not surprised now anymore. But here's a nice spot. And again, because you're not allowed to put a bedroll or anything down here, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Ooh. Now back up around here, there is a spot you can build on. The Summoning Place was really popular, got really popular during the Age of Sorcery. We're still in it right now as of this video. I think you can build here. No. Still can't build. Yep, there you go. Right here. I've seen people build here. It's not beyond the scope of possibility. But we're looking for sleepers. So you're probably asking yourself, how often do you check these spots? Often enough. Often enough that I don't need to go past a certain... I mean, like I said, when you're playing solo and you're working with a few groups on the server, it's good to do this kind of stuff. It's just have it as a routine. Just like, you get to a point where you've farmed enough materials that you're okay. You've got your armor, you've got your weapons, you've got the ability to repair things. I mean, and again, like I said, I mean, you can log out right here. There's nothing to stop you from logging out right here. I'm like right there, dude. There's so many places to check. Not many of them do actually work out though. What the hell is that little doodad? Oh, that's the fire from the Yog pit down below. No, that's just actually a brazier. I love the beat. The drums are endless. Here's another little spot. All up around in here. All up around in here. By the way, do note my hydration and satiation bars were dropping pretty fast there. That's the one thing you got to be careful about if you're going to basically squat this area, is that it will get very dry. You don't want to be here without a supply of food and water. And that's why I say gruel is the best way to go. It's a survival tool. It's like that new stuff that I keep pushing on YouTube. Huel, Huel. It's supposed to be like healthy food or health. I think it's supposed to be actually a combination of human and fuel. It's supposed to be all the... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. This shit's gonna happen here in a second. Another thing you gotta be careful about. Yeah. See, now my character did that weird slide glide. That's telling me there's something around here to be noticing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of. I think I'm gonna die here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, boom. Yeah, baby. All the way down. At least I got my bedroll. I planted that earlier, so I won't have any of my materials, but that's okay. We're gonna be wrapping this up here in a few anyway. Right.